Hi, Chris. Thanks for coming into Conestoga today to talk about the upgrading program. If you could tell me a little bit about how you ended up in this program right now, that would be help.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go back to late August 2010. I was, seeking some kind of education. I was just researching. I was on the internet, and I came across information, the Conestoga website, as a matter of fact, and it was really all about replacing my former job. It was a very good job, and I wasn't getting any bites out there with my resumes, applications, etc. So I I come across a test that I could take to see where I stood, and this was through Conestoga. English and math, those were necessary subjects that I had to achieve certain marks for, and since it was 34 years since I graduated, I thought, well, and my marks 34 years ago, I don't think they would stand up to what they're requiring now. But anyway, I wrote the test, both tests, English and math, and I didn't do well. I got halfway through both and couldn't remember a darn thing after that. So I found more information about updating or upgrading, and called Conestoga here on 150 Main Street in Cambridge, and I think it was Susan that I spoke with. She arranged for me to come in the following week on a Monday and get assessed, see what I did know. So I come in, and that went well. They're well organized and very approachable people, and to me that's really important. Being my age and everything, that we're, for some strange reason, it's not like when you were 18, they seem to care a little bit more when you're a little older around here, and it's a wonderful feeling. But they assessed me and welcomed me that day to start opening up labs and studying, and I said, great. They did tell me that I was allowed so many hours of studying while being on unemployment. So I didn't, abuse that. I studied the certain amount of hours that you're allowed, and carried on from there. It went extremely well. I was doing a lot of homework at night on the weekends, and when I was here, I had to work very hard. They very carefully set me up in a program to teach me and allow me to learn all the necessary information to pass those two tests that I couldn't complete 50% of. I work so hard. I guess I'm a little more focused now that I'm a little older, but I noticed one thing while being here is that they didn't allow those tests, those modules, into the students' hands without going through their hands first, and you had to return everything. So there's no cheating around here. It's a very organized place. We did accomplish what we set out to do, like to the week. I wrote the two tests, the English and the math. I got almost 80% on the math and almost 70% on the English, enough to get me in. And I also had to write an additional English assessment test once I made it into the college. And I scored a 99 on the English comprehension and a 91 on the sentence structure. Very proud of that, but they don't go on your student marks, so to speak. Yeah. They don't. It's not to your advantage in any way. They just want to see where you stand, and that was learned from this place. My English mechanics, which I'm still learning and getting better at as I speak. Yeah. And my math, well, I can only get better. So now I'm in college. My unemployment runs out in about 2 weeks, but I've arranged to get along quite fine. The government has given me $6,000 towards my education. Quite grateful for that. But if there's another person out there my age and they can't come here and take this course like I did,